Up on Cedar Valley today, now that soccer season is over, we take a look on how one player is reflecting. Plus, basketball season starts tonight at Wartburg College, and President Obama speaks his thoughts on the new president-elect in a press conference. This is Cedar Valley Today. Hello and welcome to Cedar Valley Today. I'm Tyler Metcalf. Wartburg women's volleyball ended their season on Friday. The team ranked in the top 109 statistical categories released by the NCAA. Some of the categories included digs per set, blocks per set, team attacks per set, and assists per set. Individually, Mallory Urbis, Aaron Jones, and Catherine Nasby ranked in the top 104 statistical categories. Jones and Nasby were also named to the IIAC All-Conference Volleyball. Women's soccer ended their season, but some players are still reflecting. Three-time All-Conference goalkeeper junior Beth Crow is just one of the women looking forward to next year. Night Vision's Tyler French has more on the story.
Although the Wartburg women's soccer season has just ended within the last month, this has not stopped starting goalie Beth Crow to begin preparation for next year and start addressing what the team needs to do to make another successful run coming into next year.
You just got to come at it right away during preseason. We all got to come in fit. We all have to work hard every single day and keep on track with our goals and really work towards making those goals happen.
Crow has been a 3-year starter for the women's soccer team and has been selected to the all-conference team at goalie each of those seasons, including a second-team selection this year. In 2015, as a sophomore, Crow was part of a team that won the Iowa Conference Tournament and advanced as a conference representative to the national level before eventually ending their season all the way in the Sweet 16. Although nationals were a very interesting experience, Crow said it's a lot more difficult to play there than during the regular season.
I definitely have never been a part of that. It's completely different from high school, and it was a really fun experience. It was fun to play teams from different regions and get that good competition in. Playing those different teams, like teams in your conference. You kind of know the players, you kind of know their style, and with the teams from out of conference, you don't really know how they're going to play or who the players are, and it's just completely different and it's new and exciting.
Already the Wartburg career leader in shutouts, Crow says that her goal is to come in next year and keep adding to that total, thus putting her team in a position to win every game. Crow knows that there may be some challenges next year, but she believes her team is strong enough to come in next year and compete at the highest level.
The team is great. You have a new freshman class coming in every year, and every year it seems that it works great. They get along, everyone gets along well with each other, and they're just a great group of girls.
Reporting for Wartburg Night Vision, I'm Tyler French.
2-14 Saturday, the Black and Orange finished their season 6-4 overall and 5-3 in Iowa Conference play. The winner earned the Knights their 23rd consecutive winning season. Key players of the game included Jake Haberman, a senior who put the first points on the board for the Knights, as well as Griffin Brennick, Peyton Imhoff, Connor Schrader, and Matt Stacia. Brennick led the receivers with 74 yards and 2 scores, while junior Riley Brockway had a team-best 6 catches. Senior Brennan Schott led the defense with 8 total tackles, which included a team-best 6 solo. Peyton Imhoff finished with a career-best 2 interceptions, one of which he took back for a touchdown. When we come back, we'll take a look at some sports who are just starting their season.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Wartburg Knights are gearing up for nationals while others are hitting the court for the season opener. Wartburg women's cross-country team finished 5th on Saturday at the NCAA Regionals with 178 points. Junior Ashlyn Baggy was the first Knight to cross the finish line, finishing 4th with a time of 22:11.1. Baggy was 52.1 seconds behind the winner, Audrey Miller of Loris. Baggy and sophomore Shane McKenney earned all-region honors, and Baggy qualified for nationals as an individual with her time and will travel to Louisville to compete in the NCAA women's race Saturday. Men's cross country placed second at NCAA regionals to give them an automatic bid to the finals last weekend. Top 3 finishers were Eli Kaczynski in 8th, Jerry Frawley in 10th, Elias Coquer 14th. All three got all-region honors. Women's basketball is hosting their home opener at 5:30 tonight. The Black and Orange are returning after landing a place in the NCAA Final Four last year. The Knights return with no seniors this year, but players who are dual athletes.
We're going to be a lot different in 6 weeks than we are right now, and we're focused on what that process is and who we're going to become.
Coach Amsbury said that having some two-sport athletes back in practice since their other seasons are over will help the team. Wartburg men's basketball will play their first game of the season tonight. The Black and Orange have been projected to finish second in the Iowa Conference preseason poll. The team has 3 all-conference players returning. Coach Dick Pace said growing the younger members on the team will be key.
It's going to be a matter of how our freshman and sophomore post can take the next step as sophomores and juniors. And if they can be a consistent threat inside, then we're going to have a chance, I think, to do some special things.
Aside from growing the post, the team returns tonight with 4 seniors on the roster. One of those key players is Jordan Cannon, who earned his 1,000th point last year and led in team scoring for the Knights. The Knights face Grinnell College tonight at 7:30 in Levick Arena. During the game, a canned food drive will be held as part of St. Elizabeth's Week. The drive starts before the 5:30 game. All items will be donated to the Northeast Iowa Food Bank. Here's what's trending in the Cedar Valley. Waterloo approves 2.3% tax hike for 2017. The Waterloo Council confirmed this decision on Monday, adding $29 to the average property tax bill, staying on track to raise taxes 8.6% during this term. By the end of 2017, staff are expected to report to Council with a recommendation whether to keep, change, or permanently abandon the consumer price tax policy setting the budget. On Saturday, a restaurant in Olwine caught fire. Luigi's Restaurant and Lounge caught fire around 3:30 p.m. from the boiler. The restaurant that has been in eastern Iowa since 1959 was completely destroyed. The family is still not sure at this time if they will rebuild a new restaurant. Iowa State, and UNI men's basketball teams have kicked off the year. Iowa State has started the year off 2-0, while Iowa played their first game this weekend, picking up the win. UNI had their first game of the year as well against Iowa Conference's Co-College. Panthers earned the win in that one. While college football is heating up down the stretch, sports fans now get to watch their favorite basketball teams start the season off the right way. Now let's take a look at your local weather.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Now we welcome in Alexis Schmitz. Thanks for joining us this morning. Can you first start by telling us a little bit about St. Elizabeth's Week?
Sure. So St. Elizabeth Week is a week unique to Wartburg College. It's been celebrated for years, and it's a week devoted to community activism and service.
So there's a backpack pack event happening today. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So this backpack pack began last year. We're partnering with the Northeast Iowa Food Bank. They bring a couple of volunteers, but a truck full of food. So they're bringing 13 pallets this year. And essentially, we bring as many volunteers in, and we pack bags for low-income families and kids to send them home on holiday weekends, regular school nights.
So those volunteers, students here at Wartburg, or just anybody who comes in, how many do you usually have? Do you know?
Last year we had like over 100 volunteers. It's really open to anybody. We opened it up to the community this year. We try to contact music ensembles, sports groups, faculty departments, but we invite all students that have free time and are willing to volunteer their time to come in and join us.
So what type of impact does that make on the kids that you're helping out, and how does it make the people who are involved feel as well?
Well, for the people involved, it's just a great way to give back. It's a great opportunity for Wartburg students just to get involved with service right on campus. They don't have to travel anywhere. They don't have to do anything special. And for the kids, it's an amazing event that we can help out with because they are not able to get regular meals at home over the weekends or holidays. So Northeast Iowa Food Bank works to get these bags to the children in need so they don't go hungry over the weekend.
So how do you work together with Northeast Iowa Food Bank then? Is it just with the transition to give the bag to the kids?
Yep. So the Northeast Iowa Food Bank does this pack weekly on their Waterloo campus, and they usually bring in volunteers. But last year we were like, hey, why don't we bring it to Wartburg campus and have you bring the food here? We'll pack up all the bags. We'll send the bags back with you to the Waterloo campus, and then volunteers at the food bank there then distribute it to the various schools.
So the backpack pack is happening today, but what are some of the other events throughout the rest of the week?
Sure. Well, last night we had our launch. We had a couple of guest speakers, some music, and then kind of an informative session about the events throughout the week. Tonight we're having a bread night, which is symbolic because of the story of St. Elizabeth. We have stop and serve happening throughout the week, where at the bottom of the stairs at the Mensa, students can just come by and write a quick card for, then they'll be going to the families that are receiving our holiday shop gifts. So that's through the holiday shop initiative from the social work department. There's also penny drive for Professor. We're raising money to go to the Cedar Valley Friends of the Family. And we're doing a clothing drive throughout the week. So tons of ways to get involved, really easy, and it's a great opportunity to learn.
So obviously a lot going on this week. Thank you to Alexa for joining us today and giving us some of this information. We'll be right back.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
After the election last week, President Obama spoke to the public yesterday about President-elect Donald Trump. Trump met with Obama late last week after Election Day to discuss the future of the country.
I think it's important for us to let him make his decisions. And I think the American people will judge over the course of the next couple of years whether they like what they see and whether these are the kinds of policies and this is the direction that they want to see the country going.
President of Wartburg, Daryl Carlson, also addressed election results. Carlson sent a letter to students and faculty last week saying, quote, "Now is the time for us to speak well of each other, to give each other benefit of the doubt, and to listen to each other in a spirit of mutual respect." Carlson said everyone on campus should continue to follow the principles that Wartburg was built on by being respectful and recognizing and celebrating diversity. And our top three stories today: women's soccer ended their season but have high expectations for next year. The Wartburg Knights kick off their basketball season tonight, and St. Elizabeth's Week has a backpack pack today from 11 to 1 in the W Fieldhouse, so obviously great opportunity to help out there and to get the first game tonight for basketball. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Have a great day, Cedar Valley.